What's up? I'm I'm back. I'm back. I'm back on YouTube. I did it. I finally came back. Um this video is going to be a little low key because I'm filming it at night and I'm kind of just chilling. And I either want Podag to be the chillest thing or the most crazy thing you've ever seen in your life. So, I think I didn't go into detail at all on my second on my not my second channel, my main channel now, um about what's the new vibe for any of this. But I'm gonna try to just do kind of a low key, kind of chill video, and I'm also kind of locked in on me because it's more of an intimate feel. I'm staring at you as you're just like watching this video in the middle of the day, just on the either in your bed or like on the toilet or something. Don't do that. That's weird. It's weird to think about. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna try not to edit this video too much, but I might want to like put pictures on screen or just like trim some of the fat of this because I think it will cut at points in this video. Um, but how have you guys been? How have you guys been since I left? How long has it been since I left YouTube? It's been 4 months since I left YouTube. Not very long in the grand scheme of things. I probably should have left longer, but I think I've come to a point in my like mental sanity where I think I've like figured out like what life looks like without Podag 3. Um, for sure. Whenever, because the reason people ask me this so many times whenever I was like gone, and I'm like, dude, why do you care? I have like 2,000 subscribers. Nobody cares about this. Um, but the reason I wanted to leave the whole Pudog thing was because I feel like I've been doing the same exact routine and stressing about YouTube since I was 13. Yeah, since I was 13, that's what I think I discovered. And it wasn't like bad. I mean, I enjoyed making the videos, but I think at a point it felt like I was like betraying my post almost. This crazy new movie came out. Why didn't I make a video about that? I was so bad at like trend hopping and stuff because I was always so busy. Because in high school it was either I did band and in the spring I did a play. And you know how high school is. It's like it's a whole thing. And I managed to make how many movies? 10-ish movies or short films in high school. I think that's kind of impressive. I think I deserved a little break. And then once I went to college, I said I was like not gonna do a lot of Pudog stuff anymore, but I still did. I went to a film festival, and I did it. I don't know how many of you guys watching this right now watch Dog Talk, but I won People's Choice at a film festival for Forrest Gump Saves the Earth. I've got the little like tag thing back here actually. Um, I was never really embarrassed of Pudog. I just think that it's like the mindset of being Pudog 3 was holding me down. I'm gonna say it here, so I'll know for a fact if people watch this video or not. So like if one of you come up to me in real life and say, "Well, that's cool that you got the new channel name. So you're never gonna be Pudog again." You ask me that question, I'm gonna look at you like this and go, "Bruh," because that's how I know you didn't watch this video. The name change kind of more just made me want to like rebrand a little bit. Like at least mentally, I wanted to rebrand because I wanted to take a little break from like the mess of everything. Like I said, I've been doing the same thing for 7 years. I feel like I deserved at least a 4 month break. And I mean, in those 4 months, I of course was just thinking about how I was gonna come back. That's why I think my first video coming back, I wanted to do like a big like ranking video of like a whole TV series, like those big like Ellis Mark videos or something like that. But I don't like I wanted to be able to enjoy myself and figure out what life was like without checking YouTube studios every other day. Because oh my god, once I quit YouTube, I still looked at like the first week after. I didn't realize how much I needed to be like checking the channel, like Podag and EMILE, like all the time. Because the first week after I quit YouTube, I was legitimately like, you know how people say they go on Instagram or TikTok out of habit? I mean, I do that too. But I was legitimately going to YouTube studios out of habit to see how many like views one of those later videos got, like how the doggies did, how the interview did. I hope you guys liked the interview. I really enjoyed making the interview. And I'm gonna make more stuff like that this year. I have one me and Ethan are planning out right now. I think it'll be pretty cool. Wink. It the so I knew I needed to stop, and I knew in my head I made this arbitrary goal of once I stopped thinking about YouTube, that's when I would be willing to come back. So that took about to the end of January. And then in January there was a snowstorm that hit over here, and that was cool because I've never experienced real snow once in my life. The snow was up to like quite literally my ankles. I'll maybe put some pictures on the screen right now. That was really fun, but even then I knew I wasn't done because I was walking through the snow with my girlfriend, and I tell her, "Hey, I'm going to draw a release date of when I'm coming back to YouTube right here, and I'm just going to post it." Why would I do that? That's such a stupid... Like, I didn't know. I also didn't... Like, I didn't know what life would be like in a few months. I didn't know, like, how things would change and, like, how things would, like, stay the same. I felt like still in January I needed to figure myself out. I'm not saying... I always feel like I come on this freaking YouTube channel and talk about how I'm so different as a person now. But no, I think I discovered something. Like, I went on more of a 4-month self-discovery thing, which is code for just being a normal person in society. If you had any classes with me in college, I was very quiet this semester because I was just trying to sit back and listen. I just wanted to sit back and be kind of in the shadows for a little bit because I felt like I was so public so long in my life. It did start to bug me though because I do enjoy being extroverted, and I do enjoy being like known to people, but I don't know, so I didn't know how long I could like keep that up for. So it got about to like March, and I was helping Rajan. I announced it like way long ago because he's supposed to make it a while back, but he ended up making it this year. Rajan made this movie called Super Sandler Me, where this guy goes crazy after watching every single Adam Sandler movie, and it changes like his entire life, and it turns into like a David Lynch movie. In that movie, he's a YouTuber, and we kept using my old camera, and that's when I started getting more like bittersweet nostalgia for making YouTube videos. And I know this doesn't even sound right because in the beginning of the video I was just talking about how I wasn't going to come back to YouTube until I stopped thinking about it. But I knew I figured out more about myself because when I made the interview, I'm pretty sure I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do like in life or just in general. I'll say as of me recording this, which is May 15th, 2025, I want to be a director. I will not quit until I become a director and I am able I'm able to buy a ticket to go to my movie in a movie theater. I will not quit. Like, even if I go to a red carpet premiere from one of my movies, that's not it. That's not what I want. I want to direct a movie, and I want to watch it in the theater. And once I cemented that goal of like what I wanted to do with my life, I started to think about what kind of movies am I going to make. And whenever people ask me that, or they used to ask me that, sometimes they ask me that. I don't know. Some people don't care that much. I don't know why they would. Because it's just like my stuff. But anyways, I always say comedy or horror. But then there's always those guys, you know those guys that kind of gatekeep horror, and they're like, "Oh no, you like the Muppets. You can't like horror. You like freaking." I watched Looney Tunes Back in Action quite literally like an hour ago. You can't like horror. Why can't I like horror? I like horror. I like horror, and I've noticed more and more that I don't think. I mean, my style is probably falls under more of the realm of absurdist comedy because I like the Muppets, I like Gremlins, I like Looney Tunes, I like the Peanuts, I like I'm looking around my room right now. If you guys room, sorry, this is another thing I noticed whenever I was gone for so long. Everybody in college was making fun of the way I say rum. I say rum. I'm saying rum. That's just how I pronounce it. I'm sorry. I need to go back on every single one of my videos ever and make sure I said room. Make sure I say room instead of rum. And I'm saying room, like I'm saying room, but I say it's a whole thing. Anyways, I like Wizard of Oz. I like friggin' the little baby from Dinosaur. He's right here, Baby Sinclair. I don't really have an inspiration per se. Jim Henson is my biggest inspiration. Sam Raimi is my biggest inspiration. But I don't. I needed to figure out what they're my biggest like filmmaking inspirations, but not filmmaking in the sense of I want to make movies like them, but make like more treat life like them and enjoy life like that. Like they're more life goal inspirations. But I think that I think with that in mind, I discovered finally we're getting to it. Finally we're getting to it. That what I want to do is number one, and this is going to lead, you better listen to this because this is going to lead into what I'm going to do on my YouTube channels from now on. Number one is about me, of course. Because always you watching, always think about you first. Don't let people swindle you out of what you want to do. You will always be the most important in your life because at the end of the day, it's you and you. What I want to do is, as I said, be a director. Want to be able to buy a ticket to my own movie. And I'm going to make them how I want to make them. I'm not going to try to make some deep thing about, like, I don't know, like, I'm not, me and Ethan, we used to have this thing when we were talking about what movie we're going to make next, and it'd be like, oh, we got to make, we wouldn't say this verbatim, it would just be like, we got to make a movie like, a drama is what we meant, but we'd say we got to make an Oppenheimer or something like that. We don't have to make an Oppenheimer. I'm going to make a movie that I want to make, you know, whether it's Podag 3 related or not. I shouldn't have probably pumped the brakes on the whole Podag stuff. I'm not going to make one this year just because I said I wasn't. But next year I probably will go back into Podag movies because, one, I left it on a cliffhanger, and two, the time with my friends in our, like, I'd like to think it's not our prime, our glory days, I guess, of being teenagers and 20-year-olds is slowly fading. And I want to be able to finish this little teenager movie saga. I want to be able to finish it up soon. and I think we'll do that soon. And whatever, but the point is, whatever movie I want to make, I'm gonna make. I'm not gonna let somebody try to talk me into making some kind of movie that's like deep or has some kind of like, well, like it's fine for it's good. It's good for a movie to have meaning and purpose and something to leave the audience like talking about. But I think I'm gonna do what I want to do, and everything I make is gonna have that little funny little flair that all the Podag movies have. So I guess if that's what life's gonna be like from now on, and you're gonna say, "Oh well, that's a Podag movie." Oh well, then you're hating on every movie I've ever made, because no matter what, I will always make Podag movies because those make me happy, and Podag movies aren't a bad thing. They're movies that I find joy in, and movies that make me happy, and movies that make me feel fulfilled. Movies that I actually have passion for and want to make. Those are Poodog movies to me. They're not like stupid YouTube movies, which is what I used to make that term mean in my head, but now it doesn't. And I know I've been yapping about this for a long time, and you probably are clicking on this video and you're like, I don't care about you. What are you gonna do with your YouTube channel? I'm so curious. I'm so curious because, yeah, um, I am going for the YouTube stuff. I do want to do YouTube. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber since I was a kid. However, I hate YouTube Shorts. I think it's a stupid thing. I think YouTube Shorts is the dumbest, brain dead piece of content in the world. And I don't want to make YouTube Shorts. I would rather be dead than make YouTube Shorts for a living. All power to you, Garrett the Carrot, but I can't do it. I quite frankly can't do it. I guess it works better with animation, but I just don't want to do it at all. It doesn't make me happy. I did it for a little bit, but that didn't leave me full. It didn't leave me filled. So I'll just be doing my own thing. And if I get popular on YouTube, then so be it. But if I don't, so be it as well. I'm gonna do things how I want to do them. And I think I'm gonna talk about Podag before I talk about EMILE. Podag is gonna be my little behind the scenes channel. And no matter if the video is a stupid idea or not, anything that comes to my head will probably get uploaded here. It's going to be behind the scenes videos. I have a lot of ideas. I want to do side-by-side comparisons to my really bad storyboards that I draw because I think they're funny. And I want to embarrass myself, I guess, on the internet. And I don't know. I think it's interesting to compare how I compose a shot to the crazy drawing that I draw. I also think it's interesting to do the director's commentaries. I think those are fun. I want to make videos about like how I made videos. I want to probably re-edit some of the bloopers videos into those like how it's made kind of things. And I probably said "and" a few times already, but I want to make, what was it? Maybe it'll come to me later in the video, but Podag is going to be a lot of behind the scenes content and like how it's made type stuff because I like documenting that kind of thing. Not, well, for me, but for also just maybe like upcoming filmmakers that are interested on how I do things. I don't know why you would, again, don't know why you would care about me, but thank you if you do. But I want to do that for that. I want to do it for me in the future when I'm like, oh, look at this cool thing I did. So I don't have to store everything on my computer and just go through that. I remembered what it was. So I've talked ad nauseum before about how I did so much improv in the original Poodog movie. There was a lot of those, like, where I wrote scripts and I'm like, we didn't, like, follow it directly. A lot of the Poodog movies. There's maybe like 5-ish of those that I didn't follow like completely to the script, and I think it would be a fun idea if we, like, not view wise at all. This will get 3 views, and I'm gonna have to live with that. But I think it would be really fun if we did a like live cast, either a live cast or like on a Zoom call or something, cast reading of the old Podag movies. The first one for sure, because that one is nothing like the actual Podag movie. And I wanted to have the original script on the internet somewhere because it is like my first script I've actually ever written. I think it would be a really fun idea to just have us read through the actual script because it's not good. It's not. I'm not trying to read through it because it's good. I think it's bad. I think it's actually really bad, and it would be a fun thing to read through with friends. I'm probably gonna get like most of the original cast back, and we're gonna just read through the original Podag movie script, and maybe more if we have the time. I also want to share like ideas, like at least when I'm done the Podag movies, because God, I come back to those ideas a lot, of like things I never ended up doing. Um, and I'll discuss some movie ideas there. Um, but yeah, I think that's some fun content that'll be coming your way. I promised Adam the Leaker, Ratman, and Billy Blue, those are who they play in the Poodog universe, my friends Dylan, Adam, and Rajan, that I do a codename the Cleaner YouTube poop. So I guess I'll do that soon. But see, this is what I meant whenever I said slightly earlier about it just being random things that come into my head. But on EMILE, that's the biggest one. And I'm kind of sure what I'm going to do on there, but I'm not too sure. One of my biggest inspirations has always been Scott the Woz. I love, like, I absolutely adore the way he combines his commentary videos with YouTube, like short film kind of things, with his like absurd comedy and everything. I think he's great. Good job, Emil, praising Scott the Woz. Who would have guessed? What a very popular YouTuber. But I like the way he makes his videos in the sense that like they're I don't know if evergreen is the word I'm looking for, but that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say timeless. Like you can watch him at any point. And ironic, I know. I just made a video about the past year in Muppets history, but I don't know. I kind of made that video as more of a gateway between Poodog and Emile, to mix the styles. But I'm gonna try to make the video focus, because this is one of my massive issues with Poodog 3 videos, is I would yap and yap about things that didn't matter or were not related to the video at all for majority of the video. It's taken me long enough. It's taken me 7 years, but I'm finally gonna just make videos and talk about what I actually put in the title and thumbnail. Who would have guessed? But anyways, this new era of Emile, Podag, and my life, I think will be pretty fun. And I'm really excited to go on this new chapter of my life and see where it takes me. I hope you guys stick around if you want to see more about my personal life or a behind-the-scenes look on the Emile channel and the PCU Productions. That's what they're called now. They're not Poodog movies. As I discussed earlier, Poodog movies are a catch-all. I'll always, in some form or fashion, probably make a Poodog movie. But PCU Productions, or what the cinematic universe is called. And yeah, if you want behind-the-scenes stuff here, or personal life stuff here, subscribe to Podag. If you want like Muppets content or just like good commentary videos, go to my main channel, Emile. Subscribe there. And that I plan on doing something with merch soon. I'm probably gonna take all the merch down, but I'm gonna have like a everything must go sale. So I'm probably gonna announce that in its own video. I'm probably not gonna put it at the end of this like 30-minute yap sesh. But this would be an interesting new chapter. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I hope forever, but subscribe because I think you'll like it. And I don't know. I was making The video's over. I'm done yapping. But I'm going to talk about those weekly videos that I did last year on Podag. I numbered them all. Like, not number them all, but I gave them all, like, dates. Like, I gave them all, like, oh, I filmed this. I uploaded this one on this day. I uploaded this one on this day. That was ridiculous. Who let me upload every single Wednesday for no reason? Who'd let me do that? Um, it started off kind of normal. I did a yap sesh like that. I like this is what I wanted to do every Wednesday, but realistically, that just didn't end up happening. Um, but everything that's like early in that, that's what this channel. This is what I mean by personal or behind the scenes. But it won't be every week. If anything, last year, 2024, was an experimental year where I learned a little bit about myself and I learned a little bit about making YouTube videos. And boy, did I learn a good bit. So I need to wrap this up soon. You guys are probably annoyed. And I probably said nothing in this entire video. You probably watched this video and you got nothing of it. But if you did stick around to the end, comment what you think. What are some things you guys are interested in me doing either on here or the main, preferably both. Things you're interested in, because I'm making this for me and you. This is like a communicative relationship here. You guys say you want me to react to like TikToks or something, I'll do it. I don't care. That's what you guys want. That's what the main channel is going to turn into then. But I don't know. That's it. Go watch my new video. Because that was fun to make. Rajan helped me a lot with that. Thanks, Rajan. But bye. I'll see you. See you around.